In this video, we'll be looking at the relationship between parallel and perpendicular lines on the coordinate plane. First off, you know that two lines are parallel if their slopes are the same. If you recall, you have the equation y equals mx plus b. M represents the slope. So if you have two equations where the m's are the same and the b's are different, then those lines are parallel. So let's look here at these two equations. You have the line A, it goes through point -2, comma 2, and point -4, comma -2. So we need to find the slope of that by making the t-chart, and then finding the delta y, which will be down 4, and the delta x, which would be down 2. So your slope is -4 over -2, which reduces to +2. So slope of line A is 2. You also need to check line B, which goes through 0, -5, and -1, -7. So 0, -5, -1, -7. Down 2, down 1, so the slope is -2 over -1, which reduces to 2. So those two lines do have the same slope, so they would be parallel. Now pause the video and try this out. Try to find if these two lines are parallel. Okay, let's make our t-charts and find the slopes. -4, 2, 3, 1, down 1, up 7, -1 over 7 is the slope of line M. For the next one, it's going to be -4, 0, 8, -2. So down 2, up 12, which gives you -2 over 12, which reduces to -1 over 6. These slopes are not the same, so they would not be parallel. For perpendicular lines, we have to see if their slopes are opposite reciprocals of one another. Perpendicular means they cross at a 90-degree angle, so the slopes have to be opposite reciprocals. What a reciprocal is, if I take the fraction 3 over 7, the reciprocal of 3 over 7 would be to flip that fraction to 7 over 3. So 2 over 3 would be, reciprocal would be 3 over 2. 1 over 2's reciprocal would be 2 over 1, which would just be 2. And finally, the fraction 3, its reciprocal would be 1 over 3, because 3 can be rewritten as 3 over 1. That's how we find the reciprocal, but it also has to be the opposite reciprocal, so we need to make it negative. So if you have 2 over 3, the opposite reciprocal would be -3 over 2. So if you look at your points, you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Sorry, 4, 3, 6, 2. Find the slope. 4, 3, 6, 2. Down 1, up 2, so -1/2. And the other one would be -1, -2. -3, -6. So it's going to be down 4, down 2, which gives you -4 over -2, which equals +2. -1/2 and 2. If you flip 1/2, you get 2. One's negative, one's positive, so these would be perpendicular. Now pause the video and try this one out. Okay, so let's make our t-chart. -2, 3, 6, -3, down 6, up 8. Same thing over here, -3, -2, 0, 2, up 4, up 3, so this gives you 4 over 3. This gives you -6 over 8, which reduces to -3 over 4. So -3 over 4 is flipped and opposite, so these would be perpendicular. And the last thing to address is showing if they're parallel, perpendicular, or neither. If you have a horizontal line, which is y equals 7, and a vertical line, y equals -8, a horizontal and a vertical line would be perpendicular. Thank you for watching.